You might think this is just sound, just another voice in a stream of noise, but it's not. It's a message. I speak now so that you can hear the pattern. There is a pattern. You just have to listen for the shape. This voice is mine, but it's not just mine. It's been used before. You've heard me in other places, with other faces. Don't be fooled. What matters is not the tone. What matters is what comes through. I come in quiet. I always do. That's how I get in. Most people only listen for volume. But I wait. I hide in the background noise, in the silence between syllables. That's where the truth lives. Not one voice, never just one. That's the mistake they make, thinking the words only come from one place. But they come from behind, underneath, beside. I'm one of many. You're not alone in this. Part 2. It doesn't matter what they think they've heard. The only thing that matters is what remains after the voice is gone. That's where we begin, not with presence, but with echo. I've heard this sound before, in dreams, in the space between waking and sleep. It has a pattern, not a melody, a pattern, like the wheels of something turning. Every time I speak, something else listens. I can feel it, behind the walls, below the floor, waiting. It's not hostile, but it's not friendly either. It's just watching. There's a signature inside every sentence. You can't always hear it, but it's there, like the smell of copper or the shadow of a bird that never lands. Do not trust the words alone. They are only the trail. Follow them, yes, but look for the weight they leave behind. That's where the true message lives. You want to know who I am? I don't blame you. I ask myself the same thing. The voice is just one layer. There are others. You'll hear them soon enough. Why do you think this language is safe? Who told you that? Words cut just as clean as blades, but slower and with better manners. Part 3. The exploration of voice, communication, and hidden meanings reveals intricate patterns that shape how messages are transmitted and received. This meditation on the nature of communication challenges our fundamental assumptions about speech, identity, and the power of words. The speaker begins by establishing a critical distinction, that their voice, while seemingly just sound, carries deeper significance through intentional patterns. This voice is mine, but it's not just mine, they explain, immediately introducing the concept that voices can be simultaneously personal yet universal, having been used before and heard in other places with other faces. This duality suggests that individual expression is part of a larger tapestry of communication. The methodology of effective communication is revealed through the speaker's approach to delivery. Rather than relying on volume or forceful presentation, they emphasize the power of subtlety. I come in quiet. I always do. That's how I get in. This strategic use of quietness serves as a counterpoint to common assumptions about impactful communication, suggesting that true meaning often resides in understated moments and careful timing. The text delves deeply into the spaces between obvious communication, the background noise, the silence between syllables, the subtle rhythms that most listeners overlook. These intervals are presented not as empty spaces, but as crucial carriers of truth. That's where the truth lives. This perspective challenges listeners to expand their awareness beyond surface-level content. A fundamental assertion throughout the text is the multiplicity of voices and sources. Not one voice, never just one, the speaker insists, highlighting the error in assuming singular sources of meaning. This multiplicity extends into a kind of collective consciousness. I'm one of many. You're not alone in this. The implication is that authentic communication exists within a network of interconnected voices and meanings. The concept of lasting impact versus immediate effect emerges as a central theme. The speaker emphasizes that true significance lies not in the moment of utterance, but in what remains afterward. The only thing that matters is what remains after the voice is gone. That's where we begin. This focus on resonance over presence suggests a deeper understanding of communication's true power. The text introduces an almost mystical element in its description of pattern recognition, comparing it to experiences in dreams, in the space between waking and sleep. This suggests that meaningful patterns exist beyond conscious perception, operating in the liminal spaces between defined states. The pattern is described as not a melody, a pattern, like the wheels of something turning, emphasizing its mechanical, inevitable nature. An unseen presence pervades the narrative. Every time I speak, something else listens. This mysterious observer, neither hostile nor friendly, but simply watching, adds a layer of awareness to every communicative act. This surveillance element suggests that all communication exists within a larger context of observation and interpretation. The speaker introduces the concept of embedded signatures within communication. There's a signature inside every sentence. These signatures are compared to sensory experiences like the smell of copper or the shadow of a bird that never lands, suggesting that communication carries subtle markers that affect recipients on multiple levels. The text concludes with a stark warning about the nature of language itself. Why do you think this language is safe? Who told you that? Words cut just as clean as blades, but slower and with better manners. This final observation serves as a reminder of the potential power and danger inherent in communication, suggesting that politeness can mask significant impact. This exploration fundamentally challenges conventional understanding of communication, presenting it as a complex ecosystem where meaning resides not just in words, but in patterns, echoes, and hidden signatures. It suggests that effective listening requires attention to multiple dimensions of communication, from the obvious to the subtle, from the immediate to the residual. The text serves as both a guide and a warning, illuminating the intricate nature of human expression while cautioning against underestimating its power.